Is there something inappropriate about what I'm holding right now?
Hello and welcome to This Is. We're gonna go through a list of depraved, banned tech. Basically, we're gonna take a look at stuff that has been recalled by the powers that be. I swear to God, if lawn darts on here, lawn darts!
Did you know that was gonna be the first item?
No, lawn darts shouldn't have been a thing to begin with because it's literally a weighted spear.
The 1980s were a very different time where you could fly freely through your yard with whatever dangerous implements you wanted, and safety hadn't been invented yet.
I will say that my favorite lawn game is bocce. It's the ball version of lawn darts. It's just weighted ceramic balls that you throw across the lawn. If you get hit in the head with a bocce ball, you're done. You're done. The Turtle Beach XO4 stealth gaming headset. Mold spores were found in the headset. This is literally the prequel to Last of Us. All the gamers rose up and became clickers. Your gamer sweat has reactivated the mold. You're the reason.
They just need
that
some gamer
Ellie
goo.
is.
No, don't finish the sentence. Don't finish the sentence.
Have you still not finished Last of Us?
Shut up, Matt. Oh!
Whoa.
I got this one. The
Okay.
NZXT H1. I actually did a PC build in this. I want to say like 2020. It was not that long ago. The reason why this got recalled, and this is actually a fairly big recall, was that the metal screws that attached the PCIe riser assembly to the chassis could short and overheat, posing a obvious fire hazard.
Do you know something about fire hazard?
These were not cheap chassis. I believe they also came with the power supply built in too. Like it was a very integrated.
I want to say it was like $400.
I think they've actually fixed this, and this, I believe, is back on sale now. But this was a cool chassis, although not great for thermals, as you might imagine, packing this much stuff into a small chassis.
Moving on to the next one, the 15-inch MacBook Pro.
Oh, MacBooks have had their fair share of issues over the years, mostly keyboard related lately. And
yeah,
also,
the butterfly keyboards was a big one.
GPUs used to go bad on some of the early 2010 MacBooks and whatnot. But this one was specific because the batteries inside the MacBooks could overheat and pose a fire hazard. Now, I think that these MacBooks were hot enough that they could have posed a fire hazard on their own.
But I forgot that this got recalled because these were like swelling up. They were spicy pillows.
They recalled 432,000 of these MacBooks. Roughly the same amount of people who have subscribed to This Is. Make sure to ring-a-ling that ding-a-ling bell so that you'll too be notified when we recall that latest hot video straight to your sub box.
If you text hashtag 4222 the letter 6.
Oh, that effect takes so long to do. Crap.
Moving on, we have the DeWalt JobSite Pro wireless earphones.
These wireless headphones can overheat while charging or in use. So not only do they pose burn and fire hazards, but they also make you go deaf.
That ain't good.
Now, I often text you and say, I can't come into work today because I was listening to an absolute fire of a track, Sea Shanty 2. This takes it to a whole new level where your ears would literally just be...
Yeah, that's actually legitimately scary because when batteries in electronics explode, they don't just like puff or whatever, like they'll actually like explode. And I'm sure this is just a white labeled, like they just found some random supplier of headphones. They made them yellow, they put it in a DeWalt box and immediately regretted their decision. That's a tragedy. No, this is not a real product. This is not a real product.
No, this is the Husqvarna.
Husqvarna.
Like a lot of products I feel during this era had lithium-ion battery fire risks. There's no need to mow your lawn if you got no lawn.
And you could get rid of your lawn by burning it to the ground. I heard it's very eco-friendly. You save water.
Back when I lived in New York and owned a house, my neighbor had one of these robots.
No.
These things were so goddamn dumb. I would sit there and watch my neighbor sink off, and it would take all day because the batteries in them were so small. It would do like 3 lines of the lawn and have to go charge for a little while. 1,400 units were recalled. And you know what?
How many people subscribed to This Is this morning? It's incredible.
I think we're about to have a subscriber recall.
It's actually impossible to unsubscribe. Don't test that.
Mix bin iPhone.
Oh, I've seen these before. Okay, so these are like those cases that are actually filled with liquid and like glitter, so you can shake it up and it's like a little like snow globe in your phone case. Apparently, liquid and glitter can leak out of the cases, causing skin irritation and burns to consumers. What liquid is there are they putting in here that's gonna burn you?
At no point during that roller coaster ride of an explanation did I know it was gonna happen next. I thought like, okay, these were maybe leaking, causing a mess, staining everything, whatever. That's enough to me to recall it. But to burn?
Like, how is this not just water and glitter?
But what's the glitter made out of? pure mercury, like
Bits of
I don't
of
uranium
craft paper. These were really popular in that sort of
Yeah,
like
every basic
2015
bitch who
era.
was getting a Starbucks
Wow.
out of Target was.
Matt, you had a Starbucks in your hand like 10 minutes ago. Moving thankfully on, we have the Boosted Board. No, the Boosted Board company is, I believe, out of business now, correct?
Yes. Well, because the only person who bought any of them was Casey Neistat and
Sarah
Sarah
Dietschy also had one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't live in New York City, the Boosted Board just didn't make sense.
Again, this is that sort of period in the mid to late 2010s where tons of lithium-ion batteries, through various reasons, whether it was, manufacturing, whether it was build, whether it's just they got too hot or whatever, were catching on fire. And all it took was one viral video of someone on a boosted board which catches on fire, and everyone goes, oh shit, I don't want to spend $2,000 on a stupid skateboard that Casey Neistat told me to buy, and when it's going to catch on fire. Matt, would you just say that instead of skate or die, it's skate and die? I didn't really deliver that joke in the way that I think it was written. Aaron, can you please tell the joke the correct way?
You've heard of skate or die, but what about skate and die?
Moving on. Every hoverboard ever.
Yep. Do we even have to explain
Copy
this one?
and paste what we just said about the last three items.
Like, hoverboards became so popular because I think there was like one company who made like the proper one, and then everyone knocked it off, and they were literally everywhere through 2015, 2016.
Half the time, these things would go in reverse and smash you into a wall.
I once won a hoverboard race against MKBHD. That's what's going to be printed on my tombstone.
I refuse to believe that these were recalled because they were dangerous. They were. I think these were recalled because humanity knew that it had gone too far.
Me as a almost 30-year-old man-child has a great time on a hoverboard. Me as an actual child would have been literally the most excited in the world to have a hoverboard to ride around on and eventually crack my skull on. I mean, what more could you ask for out of a childhood?
To the Black & Decker
What?
under the cabinet coffee maker.
Wait, is this a thing, Matt?
The coffee pot handle can break off, causing the pot to fail.
Oh!
Now, I've heard of coffee grounds, but this is ridiculous. You're eating a PB&J, and then it just breaks off and just smashes your
Hot
hands.
coffee everywhere, glass shards everywhere.
Have you ever seen this in real life?
There's gonna be like tons of people in the comments.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
oh, this is like my
I've
favorite
had my
coffee
Black
maker.
& Decker under the cabinet coffee maker since 1982, and I use my hoverboard to get my morning coffee in the morning, and I go and grab that, and then I play lawn darts with my kids. Illuminated mirrors.
Wait. No, from Restoration Hardware. The reason for this was that loose components in the mirror's bulb sockets could lead to overheating, posing, surprise, surprise, fire and shock hazards.
But with the Restoration Hardware illuminated mirror, you looked shockingly good. Heyday.
We just did the target test video.
We just did this. Check out all of our other stuff we did for the Heyday brand at our Target Tech. You could catch that right over here.
We also didn't burn anything down, so
didn't
that was a plus.
Have you ever gone to plug in like a charger and you're kind of feeling around with your fingers because you can't see where to plug it in?
Stuck my finger straight in.
And you like kind of holding the plug while you plug it in the outlet and electrocute yourself? I attribute that to why I am the way I am.
I call that a fun Saturday night.
Monoprice Cat 6E. How do you mess up Cat 6?
The cables do not meet the flammability requirements of the voluntary safety standard, posing a fire hazard.
When you're buying 1,000-foot of cable like this, it means you're running it throughout the building. That's sitting over ductwork. It's sitting over electrical conduit. It's literally a fuse.
Well, so here's the thing.
If it catches on fire, it's you shouldn't run a cable and rest it on a heat duct.
But you're not supposed to? I did that.
Yeah, that's why your house burned down. Like and subscribe for when we have It's All Gone, Part 6. Fallout 76 helmet.
No, it's another
mold.
What's with all the mold, Matt?
Because gamers don't shower. We're too busy rising up. Mold can be present on the fabric inserted inside the helmet, posing a risk of respiratory or other infections. This also came with a canvas bag that was made of plastic. I remember this one was a massive scandal because they didn't make enough, and this was a pretty pricey.
It was the collector's edition for Fallout 76.
And gamers, shower. I'm gonna get so many hate comments. And gamers don't compromise. That's why we don't use deodorant. Moving on to the next item is the Matrix T1 and T3 treadmills. The treadmill can turn on unexpectedly. So when you put all your laundry on that treadmill, because let's face it, you ain't using it, it posed a risk for an injury. With all those bars, look how many more shirts you can hang off of that thing.
How dare you?
This is basically a wardrobe.
I think that this product should be recalled because the outside is better than a treadmill. Go touch some grass.
Go
It's
touch
better
some
for
grass
you.
and there's no mold out there.
Well, actually, there's a lot of mold. Yeah, actually, don't go outside.
But it's not in your head ears.
Are we done with this video? How many
I
more
don't know.
items are there?
How many items?
Say moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, good lord. Oh, no. The Sakar Bluetooth speaker multi-purpose helmets. Are those eye holes?
No.
Those look like eye holes.
It's mold holes. The helmets do not comply with the U.S. federal safety standard for bicycle helmets. But here's the thing. It's a helmet that doesn't protect your head. That's literally the one thing it's supposed to do.
It makes you
I do
look
like
cool,
to
Matt.
have the Bluetooth in there.
It looks cool.
It's not. You're not Batman in this thing.
If you don't put that over your eyes, what's the point of buying this helmet?
You don't put it over your eyes, dude.
89,000 units were recalled. The amount of people who just unsubscribed because of my dumb joke.
The DeWalt again.
No. An 18-inch corded chainsaw.
But here's the thing. It's not for the reason you think. The chainsaw can remain running when the switch is in the on or the off position. We're going to chop this one off. I don't know.
What?
Discount school supply crayons. The red crayons contained glass, posing a laceration hazard to the user.
Excuse me. I thought the dangerous part of crayons was eating them or sticking them in your nose, not having glass. I've been doing crayons wrong my entire life.
Did they not know how to make a red crayon?
They threw some glass in there.
They put a little glass in there so that way the red is just you just bleeding on the paper.
Moving on, we've got
Cracker Barrel
Old Country Decorative Pineapples. The leaves on the top of the pineapples have sharp edges, leading to a laceration hazard. This is safe. This is fine.
Turns out the real reason that these decorative pineapples got recalled is people kept flipping them upside down.
Is this some
like
inappropriate
4
thing?
people in the comments are gonna get that joke.
Is there something inappropriate about what I'm holding right now?
Ask your parents and also your friends' parents.
Like, subscribe, follow, and let us know what other products you want us to look that were banned. In the meantime, we're going to be flipping pineapples.
No, we're not.
We're going to be using some DeWalt headphones to listen to some absolute fire tracks.